We're glad to have you here and glad to have all the people who are online join us as well. We're broadcasting live from the Volpe Center in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and first thing I'd like to do is thank Volpe very much for allowing us to use their space and hosting us for this event. So thank you particularly to Michael Kay there in the back of the room and the others from Volpe. We really appreciate your hospitality. So I'm Jenny West. I'm the TRIPTAC manager, and I'm located in Bozeman, Montana. And there are a few other TRIPTACers here in the room with us, which I'll let them introduce themselves in a moment. And actually, that's the first order of business today. We're going to just do some quick introductions to let people know who's participating with us today. And I guess for those in the room, I'll just say very quickly, we have a few refreshments and drinks in the back. You've probably seen those already. Restrooms are just out by the elevators. And I think that's all the logistics we need to cover. So I will start over here on my left with some introductions, and Stephanie, if you want to.
Stephanie Zebecki with the Center for Urban Transportation Research down in Tampa, Florida. We provide all technical assistance for webinars.
And I'm Jamie Isaac with the TRIPTAC. I'm the resource manager.
Carl Melberg, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, Eastern Massachusetts National Wildlife Refuge Complex in Sudbury, Mass.
Welcome.
Julianne Schwartz, I work at the Volpe Center, and I'm here to serve for a little bit today.
Michael Kay with the Volpe Center. Hi.
Chris Briggs with Lowell National Historical Park.
Frances Fisher with the Volpe Center. I'm primarily part of the public lands work that we do here.
I'm Larry Harmon. I'm representing the Cape Cod Regional Transit Authority today.
David Spiller, USDOT Volpe Center.
David Kestenbaum, University of Vermont.
And Lisa Chase has stepped out of the room, but she's also with the University of Vermont, and she's here with us. Lisa and Dave will be our main presenters today. For those of you who are in the room and online, I wanted to let you know we do have, we had about 50 people registered for the online version of this presentation today, and it's too difficult to go through and let everyone introduce themselves individually, but we have all different federal land management agencies represented, as well as federal lands, highway. We've got several Friends groups, including River Grass Greenway, Friends of Outer Islands, Stuart McKinney National Wildlife Refuge. We have San Juan Island Community Byway, several National Park Service units. So we've got quite a contingent online, and I'd like to remind everyone online that we do want this to be very interactive for you as well. And so if you have questions or comments at any time, you just need to press *8 on your telephone, and you'll be able to talk to us here in the room.
Also, make sure to let you guys know in the room that they can hear everything that's going on online as well. So try and keep side conversations to a minimum so that it won't interrupt online.
Yep. All right, so with that, we'll get started with our presentation. We are, of course, with the Paula Sarbanes Transit and Parks Technical Assistance Center, or TRIPTAC for short. And our agenda today is to give you a quick overview of what the Paula Sarbanes Transit and Parks program is all about, what our TRIPTAC Center does, and then also go over some of our online resources for you. Then we'll have questions. Then we'll pause and we'll go on to the main presentation, which is on environmental best practices and eco-labels for federal lands. So the Paula Sarbanes Transit and Parks program, for those of you who don't know, is administered by the Federal Transit Administration under the U.S. Department of Transportation, and it's also in partnership with Department of Interior. And of course, it provides grant funding for planning and implementation of alternative transportation systems as well as technical assistance. And that's where the TRIPTAC comes in, is that technical assistance piece. The grants themselves are pretty competitive, but there is no match requirement for them, which is nice for a federal grant program. The goals of the Transit and Parks program, there are 5 specific goals for the program. Those include conserving natural, historical, and cultural resources, reducing congestion pollution, improving visitor mobility and accessibility, enhancing the visitor experience, and then ensuring access to all, including persons with disabilities. And for some of you who might be online, knew this program from when it started back in 2006. It used to be called the Alternative Transportation in Parks and Public Lands Program, or ATPPL. So eligible funding recipients for the program are the different federal land management agencies, BLM, Park Service, Forest Service, Fish and Wildlife Service, Bureau of Reclamation, actually I don't have on here, Army Corps of Engineers, and then also state, local, and tribal governments working in collaboration with the FLMA. We have some examples of ATS on the screen, and of course most of you know what a lot of the ATS systems are, but they can include anything from shuttles and trams to bike trails, pedestrian trails, certain ITS, as long as it's in conjunction with another alternative transportation system, can include ferries. It's pretty much anything that gets a person out of their private vehicle and into another mode of transportation. So that's just a quick overview of the program itself. I did want to also mention that the eligible program areas include any federally owned or managed park, refuge, or recreation area that is open to the general public. So it's not every single unit of those agencies, but it's anything that's open to the public. So our organization and mission, we operate nationally. We have a team, as we call them, of several different organizations. They're all transportation professionals with various areas of expertise in transportation and have all worked with federal lands in the past. We're trying to be a one-stop shop for federal land management agencies and their partners on alternative transportation issues. And of course, it is fully funded by FTA, so we are free to the agencies and partners that we work with. And of course, our mission is to provide transportation-related technical assistance and enhanced coordination among the FLMAs and all of their partners so that we can help them meet their mission. Again, we're sponsored by the FTA. Here's all our partners again, and included in there as a partner is also the Office of Federal Lands Highway, as well as all of the Department of Interior organizations and the USDA, Forest Service, and Bureau of Reclamation. This is just kind of to show you where we're located. As I said, we work nationally. These are just the main offices of our team members. So the lead member is the Western Transportation Institute of Montana State University. We're located in Bozeman, Montana. We also have David Evans and Associates, which is headquartered in Denver, Colorado. The University of Maine Parks, Recreation, and Tourism, University of Vermont Transportation Research Center and Park Studies Laboratory, and also the Extension Service, who is going to be giving the presentation today. Venesa, Hagen-Brooklyn, VHB, which is located on the East Coast as well. Cutter, Center for Urban Transportation Research out of the University of South Florida. And then we also have Shapiro Transportation Consulting and Franz Gemler, both independent consultants. This is just a quick run-through of our staff. We have a few full-time folks, and three of us work out of the Bozeman, Montana office. The others are in different locations. And we have over 40 technical liaisons who are from our team organizations all over the U.S. So one of the things we provide is trainings and forums. This obviously is one of the forums or workshops that we do on a regional basis. We've done just a few of these so far. More, we do the training webinars, which are only online. We do have a searchable training catalog as well, which includes not only our trainings, but trainings from other organizations that we think might be of interest to federal lands and partners and regarding alternative transportation. And we do, whenever we have a webinar, we post them online, and we also, for all those organizations that are willing to share their webinars and trainings with us, we have those posted online as well. Here are some of the topics that we've done trainings on in the past, everything from grant writing to cost estimating, financial sustainability, transit vehicle alternative fuel cost benefits. So we've done I believe 6 of these so far, and we're working on 2 more this year, which will be presented shortly. We have one on wildlife resource protection on traveled federal lands, which will be November 1st. And then the Volpe Center is going to be presenting on their bus and ferry life cycle model on December the 8th, I believe it is. So our technical assistance is one of the main aspects of the TRIPTAC that's a little bit different, and we do provide free one-on-one personalized technical assistance. So one of our technical liaisons, which is one of the transportation professionals from our different organization team members, provide one-on-one assistance to the federal lands and their partners. We can also provide some research assistance. We have a peer mentor program as well, and then of course we have a lot of resources on our website that Daniel will talk about in a few minutes. So a little bit more about our one-on-one assistance. As I said, we have over 40 technical liaisons ranging in experience, everything from carrying capacity to vehicle specifications to eco-labels and environmental best practices that we're going to talk about today, and just a huge gamut of transportation expertise all over the board. We've done on-site visits to over 20 locations so far, and we're continuing to do that on a continuous basis. We can do transportation assistance groups, which is gathering folks from different support organizations and the FLMAs themselves, as well as our staff, to go to a unit and help them discover what their issues are and what the potential solutions are and how they can move forward with some of the solutions. And then we also collaborate with other support organizations such as Volpe, the National Park Service's Rivers Trails Conservation Assistance Program, Federal Lands Highway, and others. This map kind of shows where we've provided assistance in the past, and this is just by state. Some of the states we've provided assistance in multiple locations. And this is kind of a breakdown of what different areas of assistance we've provided and for whom. A lot of partners obviously have contacted us, but we've had assistance projects for every different agency as well. And it goes all the way from cradle to grave, so everything from just educating people on transportation and ATS all the way through different aspects of those planning and implementation projects, all the way to research assistance and monitoring and evaluation. Just a few examples of the specific assistance we've provided. Reviewing consultant scopes of work and actually helping develop scopes of work and RFPs. Transit vehicle specifications. We've done a transportation assistance group in Durango, Colorado. We've done pre-planning meetings with stakeholders for BLM. We've also helped with trail design and construction materials for a couple of different locations, including Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore, project startup assistance, and research on snow coaches. So these are just a few examples of the kinds of assistance we've provided so far. And now I'm going to turn it over to Jamie Eidwick, our resource manager, to walk you through some of our online resources. Thanks, Jenny. So for these ones, I'm going to be showing you slides of our website because we do have some people on the webinar, and I know we have people listening over the phone too, so this is the easiest way to do it. All of these links are live, all of the blue links that tell you what page these are. So if you download those, for those of you on the webinar, if you download the handout, it's a PDF version, but you can still click on the live link. And so also for those of you in the room, if you'd like me to send you live links to these web pages so that you can get to them. But I am going to show you the menu too, so it should hopefully be very easy for you to get through the website afterwards. We have set up our website with quite a bit of information for you to not only look through it yourself, but also so that if you contact the help desk and there's something that we can point you to very easily on our website, we will do that for you as well. This is our home page. You'll notice that in the yellow box on the corner, we have what's new. So we always tell you what trainings are coming up, what web pages we've added recently, if there are any new documents that have come out recently, whether we've created them or Volpe has created them for the TRIP program. They will be on this home page of our website. So this is the menu on the left, and if you open up the Paula Sarbanes Transit and Parks menu option, these are the sub-menus that you're going to get. And I'm going to show you just a few of the different web pages. I'm going to show you right now the program contacts, the research, and the grant recipient. But you'll notice some of the other ones. The Federal Register Notices page, if you click on that one, will provide you with all of the Notice of Funding Availability PDFs that have come out from 2006 to the present. It will also show you all of the project selection notices that have come out. So if you ever need to go back and see what projects have been selected in the past, you can do that off of that page. The application guidance page shows quite a few different documents from VOLPE, from the TRIPTAC, from FTA that have been created on guidance for applying for this program. So you can get those from there as well. The program eligibility and the program partners pages are basically tell you the same information that Jenny went over earlier about who is eligible to apply, what areas are eligible to apply, what types of ATS you can are eligible. So that just goes through that in a little bit more clarification. This is the program contacts page. It provides contacts for each of the federal land management agencies for their national reps, for their regional reps, and it also shows the contacts for the regional reps for the Federal Transit Administration. If ever you come across one that is not right, please let us know. Things do tend to change, so we'd like to keep this as updated as we can. We try and do that, but again, if you ever come across something that's incorrect, please let us know. This is our research page. This tells you all of the research projects that have been funded by Transit and Parks program. It provides you with abstracts that you can click on and download those PDFs, so it will tell you what the projects are going to be about. If they have been completed, the completed document is listed there as well. I would like to tell you that all of the projects that are ongoing at the bottom are in their final draft version at this point in time, and hopefully in a couple weeks will be released by VOLPE. When that does happen, they will be placed on here. They will also be placed on our What's New section. They will be sent out as well by our email, and of course VOLPE will place them on their website as well and send them out to contacts too. This is our new grant recipient map. This shows the locations for all of the Transit Parks grants that have occurred. If you were to click on one of these logos, it would give you further information about the name of the project, the year the project was given, how much the project was for. And if you go to our technical assistance page on the next the next menu, some of the sub pages that you can get to are the peer mentor page, and then pages about the tags, so which tags have been completed in the past, and then a list of tag stakeholders and tag resources. And these provide you with a list of stakeholders and resources that you may want to think about if you were going to have a tag. These pages are also very useful for any planning project that's going to occur, not just for the tags as Jenny was talking about earlier. So these are ones that you may want to check out. And then our technical liaison page, which I'll show you as well. So this page is the completed tags page. It is broken down by Federal Land Management Agency, so you will see that some of the tags are on here twice because they were multiple agency tags. But on the far right-hand side, it will show you the PDF so you can download those and get the actual document that was produced for these. This page is the tag stakeholder page, and it shows you who you may want to invite to be a stakeholder on your project, both on the national level and on the local level. And so this is one that I was saying for your planning projects, this may be a good reference for you. And then the technical liaison page provides you with the information for the technical liaisons that the TRIPTAC has available to you. Jenny, as she gets calls into the help desk, will assign technical liaisons based on their expertise and what project it is that you are doing. But this provides a bio for each of the liaisons that we have available and a picture as well. Our resource library was one of the other things that Jenny mentioned that we have that has several of our products in it. In our resource library, we have the Transportation Planning Guide for Federal Lands that was created for Federal Transit Administration by the NASHANG and Breslin. Up on the top of our resource library, which you can see here, and I will show you a bigger version of it as well, there are several links, and these are the links to documents that we think you would want to access most frequently. There are a lot of the planning ones that are on there, and this is one of them. And then this is also the product spotlight that is mentioned on our website as well. It is 5 volumes. One of them is a case study on how to plan for transportation and public lands. We've also done several case studies as part of the TRIPTAC. There are 4 of them right now. 2 of them are finished and published, and those are the Santa Ana and Moab. For those of you in the room, we have copies of the executive summary printed out on the back table that you can take. For those of you on the webinar, I will show you the page where you can access those later. The full copies are also accessible by our website. The case studies on Grand Island and on Cape Cod, again, will be released around the same time that both these trip research projects are released, and they will be put on our What's New page up on our website, and will also be in the newsletter article along with both these documents. We also have a best practice manual coming out on bicycling as well, and hopefully that will be coming out in the next couple months, and we will release that as well. This is our resource library search, and this is one of the things we're most proud of, but I think also one of the things that a lot of people don't know about. So I want to make sure that you know about this page in particular. This page, if you use the search bar up at the top, you can search through the actual documents. Up on the top right are some of the links to the documents we think that you would want access to most frequently. And then here in the center part is where you can check by subject to see what documents we have in this library. Now, the documents are not just TRIPTAC documents. They include documents from all different federal sources, all different units, anything that we think might be of use to you. If there's something that you would like us to add, please let us know. We will try and get permission to add that to this. But we're trying to make it a one-stop shop like Jenny talked about earlier, so that you can come and search and hopefully find quite a bit of the information you're looking for. On transit operation is one of the subjects. You could search everything that's available on that. On funding sources, on alternative fuels. We're trying to make it as easy as we can on you to find documents that may be of use to you. There's also a way at the bottom, if you notice, a way to search by resource type and also by creator organization. So if you know that you're looking for something that the TRIPTAC in particular wrote, you can search just by creator organization and search for us. Or if you're looking for just a presentation or just a poster that you happen to see at a conference or by the Federal Register guides, you can search by that as well. I'm going to show you an example. If you were to click on any of our documents and get at the bottom the output from your search, this is what it would look like. And this, you would have the links to download the file, the links to the abstract, which is what's open right here, so you can actually read what this document is before you download it, make sure you want to download something. And then it also provides more information that will tell you how big this file is going to be, how many pages it will be, so that you can determine if whether or not you actually want to download it before you go through that and do it. These are the case studies that I was mentioning before that are available, and the good practices to encourage bicycling and pedestrians on federal lands that's going to be released in the next couple months. Again, there are copies on the back table if anyone's interested in these. This is the page, the TAC publications page, where you can access them online. This provides all of the documents that we have produced so far. The partnership case studies are almost at the bottom of this, and there are full case studies available in PDF form and executive summaries. There's also research that's been done by the TRIPTAC, and it's called a Review of the Recreation Opportunity Spectrum and its Potential Application to Transportation and Parks and Public Lands. That was released within the last few months, and that is also available on this webpage. Our trainings are one of the things that we seem to be known for the most, and on here we have a training catalog, which is very similar to our resource library, where you can go and search for trainings that have been done by us as well as other people. This will show you mostly ones that have been done and recorded and are available for you to look through the PowerPoints already, watch a streaming version of them online. Our training calendar is the one that will tell you about upcoming trainings that you could potentially go to, listen into online. And then the TAC trainings one is going to be where you can listen to all of our previous trainings that we have done that have been recorded for you. So here's a look at the training catalog. Looks exactly like our resource library. And again, there's some links up at the top that we thought may be most useful to you. This page is the TAC training page. At the top you have links to be able to jump further down in the page to easily access which training it is that you're looking for. This particular webinar that we're doing today will be accessible on this page at a later date. So previous ones that we've done before are framing the needs for transportation improvements, cost estimating. One of the ones, if you did not participate in it last year, that you may be very interested in is the Paula Surveillance Transit Parks Grant Writing Training. It is marked right now with the new symbol on it. That was the one that was done last year before the Notice of Funding Availability closed for the 2011 grant. That one tells you tips for filling out a grant application for the program. So that one is accessible here. Along with the PDF and the streaming of these videos so that you can watch them, is also all of the handouts. So there are several handouts available as well for each of these that you may want to look at. Our events calendar is very similar to the trainings, except that it is for conferences coming up that you may want to go to. And this is what the calendar will look like, and this is for both the events and for the training calendar. In summary, the TRIPTAC can help with many different things. We want to be a one-stop shop for federal land managers and their partners, and we've tried to do that through our website, through our trainings, through the technical assistance that we provide. We have many online resources that you can take advantage of. We have free personalized technical assistance. You just need to contact our help desk if you're interested in that. And the TRIP program, again, provides grant funding for planning and implementation of ATS projects in and around federal lands. And this is the information for how to contact us, our website, our help desk email, and our phone number, so that if you ever need anything, you can just let us know. And we are going to move on to the next portion of our presentation. So just give me 1 minute to get that up for you.